where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor, every moment is a savior, every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available, but either way we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome in to another edition of Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. Yes, indeed, glad to have all you here, y'all. I have a little bit of a headache, just a little bit, but we're going to try to get through this because I know y'all want to talk about it. The verdict of Stefon Diggs. Yes, I saw some people talk about it. Shout out to Chit Chat with QT. Shout out to many of y'all who covered it. Now, I thought it was going to be a little bit longer, just to be real with y'all, than 2 days. Child, my thing is this, right? If we're talking real, my thing is, why not just be responsible for what you do? Right? I mean, you want Patriots at Cardi B. I knew when Cardi B left the Super Bowl, right? That's when she was done, right? She did her halftime show appearance, then she left, bro. But my God, when I tell you what I found, it's just legit crazy work. So let's talk about it, because higher is waiting, lower is available. But either way, we got to go on to it. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Oh my God. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. Give me one moment, everybody. Okay, and then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all you here. Let me pull this up. My Lord Jesus upon the day. Oh my God. Okay. So I'll start off with this here. So judge in Stefon Diggs case warned alleged victim rather that her full testimony may be stricken. First day of the Stefon Diggs trial ended with the alleged victim, Mila Adams, on the witness stand. The second day began with a continuation of a cross-examination. After another string of answers that were not responsive to the question asked, Judge Jean Marie Carroll called for a break. After the break, and before the jury returned to the courtroom, Judge Carroll delivered a clear message to Adams about the importance of answering the questions she has been asked, and only those questions. You're responsible for answering the questions that are put to you. Judge Carroll said, if you don't understand the question, you can say that. I'm sure counsel will rephrase it. If you can't hear a question, tell them that as well. But courtrooms function especially trials unfold in a question and answer format. This is an opportunity for you to inject your own narrative and respond to the questions the court deems appropriate. If you continue to do so, your entire testimony may be stricken. Am I clear? Child. Loading. When questioning was resumed, Adams was asked about $5.5 million settlement demand her lawyer had made to Diggs. Adams again was evasive, initially trying to cite the attorney-client privilege, which clearly does not apply. It felt as if Diggs' lawyer had Adams on the ropes and potentially on the verge of providing a basis for a motion to strike her entire testimony. Instead of continuing to give her more opportunities to run afoul of the judge's instructions, the lawyer ended the cross-examination. Adams' complete redirect and recross without incident, and her testimony was not stricken. If Adams' testimony had been stricken, the entire case would collapse without her testimony regarding the alleged assault. It would be possible to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Diggs had assaulted or strangled her, despite the issues that arose regarding a slew of questions to Adams unrelated to the key events of our case. The overriding question continues to be whether the jury will believe her explanation to the alleged assault. That would depend on the rest of the evidence introduced, the closing arguments, and the jury's deliberations. So that's what happened there, right? And when we first heard about this assault, I genuinely believe that it happened because, for one, Stefon and his brother both have a history with women, having many children by many different women. And also, too, I think that in the NFL, there is a undertone of, I am this big star, this, that, and third, I will get my way, what have you. And to be real with you, when I first heard about it, when we all talked about it, I remember we were here live talking about with John, shout out to her, I hope she's doing well. It sounded like it was a real deal schmill thing, right? And regardless of what you believe, no man should be hitting a woman. No man should be hitting a woman. No man should be hitting a woman. Okay? In addition to that, no woman should be hitting a man. So, both ways, okay? And it's just like, bruh, if you know that you were supposed to do the right thing to somebody, just do the right thing to somebody and move on. Like, it doesn't have to be all this. It just really, 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 really does not have to be all of this, okay? So, let's keep going, everybody. So right here, by the way, shout out to Pro Football Talk on from NBC here. The criminal trial against free agent Stefon Diggs went into trial on Monday. The case will resume on Tuesday morning. The first day consisted of jury selection, opening statements, and testimony of the alleged victim, Mila Adams. She claimed that Diggs slapped her and then choked her by putting his arm around her neck in December 2025. The opening statements were short and not particularly memorable. The prosecution claims that Diggs assaulted and strangled Adams. The Diggs lawyers contended it did not happen. Adams completed her direct examination on Monday afternoon. The first day of the trial ended during her cross-examination by Diggs' lawyers. Here are a couple of takeaways based on the fact that once upon a time I spent 19 years practicing law, navigating the process of trial cases in court. First, Adams' version of the incident seemed plausible and compelling. She said that during the alleged assault, she urinated. That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said. Common sense suggests that someone who was fabricating the attack would think to add that very specific detail. Second, Adams repeatedly tried to bring extraneous facts into her answers. She was directed multiple times by the presiding judge to only answer the questions that were asked and not to add the commentary. The more the judge admonishes a witness to stick to the questions asked, the more skeptical the jury can become of the story the witness is telling. Third, was at times too combative during cross-examination. Instead of answering the simple close-ended questions from the lawyer, Adams also often tried to add extra content to the responses. Potentially undermine the story she told in direct examination, converting her from a vehicle for basic facts into an advocate against Diggs. Basically, a witness shouldn't be trying to fight every point a lawyer is trying to make. Truth tellers concede the points they need to concede without resisting them every step of the way. Fourth, the questions on cross-examination at times seem to be all over the place. The goal should be to make various finite points through a series of specific questions that prove each one. At times it wasn't clear where the lawyer was going with the questions to Adams. Too much ground was being covered. There were a few lines of questions that directly challenged Adams' version of the alleged assault and strangulation. The overriding question is whether Diggs will testify. He doesn't have to. Doing so exposes him to cross-examination. One false move while being grilled by prosecution could blow up the entire defense. Diggs and his lawyers will have to decide whether enough holes were poked in Adams' story to support a successful closing argument that she basically made it all up. She got on the witness stand and committed perjury as to the claim that he slapped and strangled her. For now, the effort seems to be to try to catch her in various inconsistencies on issues other than the alleged attack. Most seem irrelevant to the question of whether during an argument in December 2025, Diggs got physical with her. In the end, Diggs may have to tell his story and tell it well to ensure an acquittal. Because criminal cases have a very high standard of evidence, the prosecution must prove guilt beyond reasonable doubt without the testimony. The argument would be that based on the issues of her testimony unrelated to the incident that could be characterized as evidence of untruthfulness, her sworn testimony that he slapped and strangled her should be rejected by the jury as false. That's quite the risk to take, especially the jury, which has been and will again be told Diggs has the right not to testify. Wonders why, if it's so clear that he didn't do anything wrong, he didn't get on the witness stand and tell them that in his own words. The facts are simple, the claim's clear. He slapped her and strangled her, or he didn't. The jury believes he did. The legal standard doesn't matter. In this specific case, the issue has been framed as an all or nothing proposition. Well. I remember when it came to the P. Diddy trial, right? And everybody says P. Diddy going to, testify. And of course, how could he testify when the video was the video, right? And remember how everybody was, not everybody, but how some people were celebrating the fact that he got off, right? But he got off for life in prison, but he still was found guilty. And nobody really knew where this was going to go. Like I said, I remember when we first covered it, we were like, okay, we'll see what the end is going to be with this. But the fact that happened over 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, and that was it. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. So, with that being said, when I saw this article right here, BeInTakeout.com, I was like, bruh, what are we doing? 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 I'm sure nothing is happening on my phone. Oh, my Lord. Okay, sorry, y'all. Just had to make sure nothing else was happening. Okay. So here we go, y'all, from MeTakeout.com. Child. Stefon Diggs chef admits to being his side piece while with Cardi B. Stefon Diggs chef admits to being his side piece while with Cardi B. Stefon Diggs chef admits to being his side piece while with Cardi B. I'm just like, oh my God. Bruh, and bruh. Like, this is why it's important for more information to come out. Because when I saw this, I'm like, what the actual hell? Here we go, y'all. So, chef scandal, Stefon Diggs, former cook, admits to be a side piece relationship while he was with Cardi B. Just, what the actual hell is going on? Mia Takeout has the absolute jaw-dropping kitchen nightmare update from the witness stand. Just when he thought the drama between New England Patriots star Stefon Diggs and Cardi B couldn't get any messier, the chef at the center of his legal drama just dropped a bombshell that has the internet in a frenzy. Mia Adams, the private chef who had previously accused Stefon of assault, was back in court yesterday, Monday, May 4th, 2026, but it wasn't just the allegations of choking and slapping that had the courtroom gasping. It was the secret romance that she just confessed to. Okay, so here we go. It just got worse. Stefon Diggs' lawyers took out receipts showing text that the chef got wired $4,000 for services after she said after saying she never got paid. Now, there's a black woman that her teeth are in a very interesting fashion. Y'all remember Couples Court with the Cutlers. And child, she was married to this person, but yet she was cheating with the person that was on the witness stand. And the Cutlers asked, so how intimate? When's the last time y'all been intimate? And the guy said this morning, and she was like, let me come on the big screen. She was like, y'all know the face, but here we go with this. This is just wow.
And it turned out, Ms. Adams, you had gotten paid for 2 of the 3 weeks that you said you had gotten paid for, right?
This is missing a whole lot of stuff.
The yes or no question.
I can't answer your question correctly without the proper evidence.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Child, so low.
You recognize this document as text exchanges between you and Sonny?
Okay, now we can hear a little bit more. That's a lot better.
Yes. Dated December 9, 2025?
Yes.
And you're the person in the bubbles on the left?
Yes.
And you write to Sonny, hey, so I looked over my transfers, payment history, and they sent payments, 11/7 and 11/21, totaling $4,000. See that?
Yes.
So you knew that you had actually been paid for 2 of those 3 weeks that you tried to get paid for again, right?
What's your name? I never got your name.
Did you know that
I don't
you
know.
had
I
been
was trying to address you by your name because I'm not this. I don't know. I can't answer that question correctly.
You knew on December 9th that you had been paid for 2 of the 3 weeks you said you hadn't been paid for, didn't you?
No, I can't. I don't understand the question.
You just acknowledged you wrote it to Sonny.
I was supposed to be paid for the week I was sent home.
Okay.
So I sent the incorrect amount because I didn't know he wasn't paying me for that week.
Right. So you sought $6,000 instead of $2,000.
That's my calculations was.
Right. And so that last week, that was a week you didn't work, right?
Because I was sent home.
Right. So you weren't in the kitchen cooking.
Mr. Diggs sent me home because he had girls at the house.
Whatever you're going to add
should
is
be
not
paid.
responsive. Your Honor? Yes.
I don't
Answer
understand.
her question. Answer your question,
Child. Let's see here. Stefon Diggs' lawyer asked Chef why did she delete old text messages between her and Diggs where she called him a pussy and said, I'm running that bitch's life. That bitch's life is Cardi B's life. And her lawyers were screaming objection after she made under oath she deleted text message. That she deleted the text rather. It's a mess. So basically, she forgot that she got paid $4,000 for her services after she said she did get paid, right? Because the week that she got kicked out, she said she didn't get paid for that week, but there were other services that she got paid for. So something the Kool-Aid ain't sweet, right? So there is that. Oh, come on, really? Swear to God, these men. Give me a moment, y'all. All right, here we go.
Is there a difference between the text messages that you provided to the deaf police and the text messages that are here?
Yes.
And what is that difference?
I deleted bet and pussy, and I'm running that bitch life. Not mistaken. Yeah.
And why did you delete those phrases when you provided those text messages to the deaf police?
Because when I was abused in my previous relationship, when I would say things,
The objection
he would.
the objection is seen. There's no question there. Again, the judge will disregard the sidebar.
It was the zooming for the camera, Mick, for me. Woo, my lord. Well. Y'all remember when she said she didn't want to file the police report and this, that, and the third, she was dropping the charges and stuff like that? Child. Shout out to Ahmed, the ears, IG, Big Biz, the God. Shout out to him for these clips. So here's the side piece confession. You ready? Here we go. During a brutal cross-examination, Mila was confirmed with private text messages that looked a lot more rather like a situationship than professional employer-employee agreement. The admission under oath, Mila admitted that while she was working for Stefon, the two were involved in a romantic sexual relationship. The time in the side piece action reportedly took place throughout late 2025, the same time that Stefon was supposed to be dating Cardi B and preparing for the arrival of their baby boy Braylon. The fluster when Stefon's legal team pulled out the receipts, messages from Art Basel 2025. Mila reportedly got extremely flustered, explaining why she was struggling to explain why she was begging for her money in the same thread where she was sending intimate text messages. Chat, when I saw this, I'm just like, Stefon Diggs, brother, what are we doing here? So you just had an in-house concubine, which, I mean, listen, if that's how you want to get down, nothing wrong with that. Just make sure everybody's single, everybody is consenting, this, that, and the third. But like, brother, do that while you were dating Cardi B, that's foul. To do that to any woman is foul. Like, okay. Sorry, y'all. But sincerely, like, when I saw this for me to take, I'm like, oh, we got to talk about this. Because I'm like, who in the hell would admit to not only lying about being paid, but also lie about being in a relationship? So that's why she really didn't want to file it, because she knew that there was more than meets the eye of the words of Optimus Prime. This is crazy. To do that while a woman is having a child, just damn. There's no way I can do that. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I know I ain't the best dude out here, but I certainly ain't the worst out. Like, to do that while a woman is having your child, it's just. I mean, I know the song "Where Do Broken Hearts Go?" rather, and do they find their way home? In the words of Whitney Houston, but my Lord Jesus, like, you gotta be responsible for the heart that you have. You know what I mean? Just that was just crazy to me. So Cardi B's defense order now, as reported earlier this year, Cardi B has been Stefon's loudest defender, even when the initial assault allegations surfaced in December 2025. Cardi knew about the chef but didn't know about the affair. A source whispered to Media Takeout she was told Mila was just a disgruntled employee looking for a payday. Hearing her admit to being a side piece on the stands of Tulsa to face to Cardi. Cardi and Stefon reportedly split shortly after Super Bowl 59, I believe, in February 2026, and this new testimony might be the final nail in the coffin for any hope of reconciliation. Yeah, that relationship is done, bro. The legal war continues while the side piece drama is the gossip of the day. Stefon still facing serious criminal charges. Mila testified in a trial about a December 2nd incident where she claims Stefon choked and slapped her after she asked for her back pay. Child. He was paying you from the back, all right. Listen, it was right there. It was right there. It was. Y'all saw the thumbnail. You know my voice, and damn it, you know why you here. Back pay. He was giving back pay. He was paying. He was putting in deposits from the back. He was paying her from the back of it all. Listen, just let's roll on, y'all. I cannot believe all this. Stefon's defense. His team maintains Mila is a scorned lover who was making up the assault because Stefon ended their romantic plan and refused to pay her settlement. The evidence, the defense pointed out that Mila reported lied to police officers during the initial investigation. A point she struggled to defend while saying Cardi B stays silent for now as of Tuesday morning, May 5th, 2026. Cardi B has not posted on social media after spending months defending her baby dad against these very allegations. Fans are waiting to see if she'll finally hits back at the NFL star. My God, today. My God, man. Like, you had a whole relationship on the side as you were with Cardi B. I'm like, yeah, Cardi is done. And this just came out 15 minutes ago, so we will talk about this child. You never know what's going to happen when you're live on tour, so. So here it is here from, come on, we're live here. So here we go here from ESPN. Jury finds Stefon Diggs not guilty of assault and strangulation. Boston, former New England Patriots receiver Stefon Diggs was found not guilty on Tuesday of assaulting his private chef in a pay dispute. The four-time Pro Bowl wide out pled not guilty in February to a felony strangulation charge, a misdemeanor assault and battery charge stemming from the alleged dispute. Trial lasts only 2 days. The acquittal clears path for Diggs' return to the field, but he can still face discipline from the NFL. We have been monitoring all the developments now, which remain under review of the personal conduct policy. NFL spokesperson Brian McCarthy said Tuesday the case centered on December 2nd encounter at Diggs' home in Dedham, which Mila Adams, a former live-in personal chef, was also known by Mila, testified that he slapped and choked her during the argument. Diggs' attorney said the alleged assault never happened, questioned Adams' credibility and whether the dispute was about money, relationship tensions, including disagreement over a planned trip to Miami. What is the deal with Miami? I mean, Kelvin Hunter, Sherita Hudson went down to Miami. Now Diggs and Mila down Miami. What's the deal with Miami, dog? Good Lord. We have taken, I'm sure many other affairs have been happening down Miami for a very long time. We have taken these allegations seriously from day one. That's exactly why we were eager for facts to come to light through the legal process. Mitch Schuster of My Shirt, Zeke League, and Schuster said a same professional athlete have a target on their back. When someone sees a uniform or contract, they see leverage, they see a settlement, and they're counting on that pressure in the court public opinion to drive a default decision to sell regardless of the facts of the matter. The evidence has shown that we've maintained what we've maintained from day one. Rather, Mr. Diggs was wrongly accused in this case. Represents exactly the kind of opportunistic targeting that players can face the moment they step off the field. Diggs' attorney pointed to financial demands she made and testimony from friends and family who said she did not appear injured in the days after the encounter. And defense attorney Andrew Kettlewell told jurors during closing arguments that prosecutors did not present a single shred of credible evidence that assault occurred. Prosecutors argued that the case rested on Adams' account of what happened inside the home, with Assistant District Attorney Drew Virtue having urged jurors to weigh her testimony carefully and not to disregard because she was not a perfect witness. She was argumentative, avoidant, and difficult. But does that mean you should throw away everything she said? No, Virtue added. Said rather, adding that jurors should give her testimony the attention, scrutiny, and the weight it deserves. Earlier in the trial, Alex became emotional on the stand while describing an alleged encounter with Diggs, which she had entered, in which she said he rather entered her room following an argument over text. Adams, who says she lived in the NFL star's home and prepared all of his meals, testified that Diggs smacked me with an open hand before wrapping his arm around her neck, choking her, leaving her struggling to breathe. She described what has been called a complicated relationship, saying it had previously been sexual, but it was not at the time of the alleged assaults. Adams said she met Diggs in December. I cannot believe this is right here. Adams said she met Diggs in 2022 on Instagram, that the two became friends, at times friends with benefits, as one of his attorneys described it. Before she was later hired to live at his home, prepare his meals during the football season. Defense attorneys pressed Adams about money she said she was owed after working as a living chef. She testified that she was paid about $2,000 a week and that she believed she had not been fully compensated after being sent home. They pointed to a $19,000 demand and said the amount increased over time, with her attorney later seeking $5.5 million. When asked about the $5.5 million claim, Adams said, "I can't speak on that." And at other points, so George, I don't understand the question. I don't know how to answer the question. At one point, Adams said Diggs offered her $100,000 for recant her statement to police, but that remark was struck from the record after the judge called the attorneys to a sidebar. At times during her second day on the stand, Adams was instructed by the judge to answer questions directly and not include additional details beyond what was asked. Portions of her responses were struck from the record as not responsive, with jurors told to disregard them. This is not an opportunity for you to inject your own narrative and evade answering questions. Judge Jean Marie Carroll told her at one point, warning that continued non-responsive answers could result in her testimony being stricken. Kenneth Ellis, the Dedham police officer who took Adams' initial report, testified that she arrived at the station visibly upset, telling jurors that she sat down on the bench and she was crying. He said Adams initially asked to speak to a female officer before later agreeing to give a statement and identifying Diggs as the person involved. Under cross-examination, Ellis said that he did not observe visible injuries, but photographs were speak with other witnesses, and that his investigation would relied largely on Adams' account rather than text messages she provided. Defense attorneys also sought to challenge Adams' account through testimony from people in Diggs' orbit and evidence they said reflected her demeanor in the days after the alleged assault. Chief of staff, his massage therapist, a nurse who provided IV treatments, and his hairstylist all testified that they saw Adams around the time of the alleged attack, and that she said nothing about his hairstylist. Thea Charles testified that she had spent time with Adams in New York in the days after the alleged incident and did not notice an injury. She said that Adams appeared normal, that she did not see any marks on Adams' neck or elsewhere. Defense attorneys also showed jurors cell phone videos of Adams socializing, including clips of her in a car listening to music and dancing, which they suggested showed her demeanor in the days following the incident. Janine Sells, Diggs' chief of staff, who also goes by Sonny, testified she saw Adams at the home on the day she alleged she was assaulted and did not see any visible marks, redness, or swelling on her neck or face. She said Adams appeared to be in normal spirits. She was walking around looking for a piece of paper and a pen to write a card, I guess. write a note to him for his birthday gift sales. Said prosecutors pulled back on the testimony, suggesting that the witnesses' livelihoods were tied to this and that they have financial interest in the outcome of the case. Excuse me. Diggs, who was released by the Patriots in March, signed a 3-year, $69 million contract with New England last year. Damn, $69 million. Jesus. And was a key target for quarterback Drake May during the Patriots' AFC East title run before joining the Patriots. Diggs was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings in 2015 and played for the Buffalo Bills before a brief stint with the Houston Texans in 2024. Diggs' 1,000-yard season marked the 7th of his career. It helped complete a successful career revival after a season-ending knee injury derailed what turned out to be a one-year stay with the Texans in 2024. The Associated Press contributed to this report. Like I said, you can be a friends with benefits, bro. It's hey Linnell, still good to see you, my friend. You can be a friends with benefits. Just be serious about it. You know what I mean? And what I mean by be serious about it, I mean be out front about it. You should have told Cardi, listen, I love you. I got this other person. I'm dropping them. This, that, third. They're my chef. Da 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 da. Or you could have just broke up with Cardi and just kept the FWB on the side. Nobody would know, right? So, oh my God, this is crazy. So here is this from Pro Football Talk NFL. And then I got one more thing. This just came out 15 minutes ago from heavy.com. We're going to move right along, give you my final thoughts, and then we'll head on out here. A few key takeaways from the Stefon Diggs criminal trial. Criminal trial against free agent receiver Stefon Diggs played out on Monday and Tuesday, ended with an acquittal. Now that the case is over, there are a few things that need to be drawn from the entire experience. Here are 5 of them. Number 1, the prosecution failed to properly vet the case. The case did fail because the story of the alleged victim, Mila Adams, on the witness stand at trial regarding the alleged assault. The rest of her testimony undermined her credibility to the point where the jury rejected her story as to the most important aspect of the case. The prosecution knew or should have known that there were flaws both as to her broader story and as to her ability to sell it. They should have pressed her aggressively during their interviews of her in an effort to ensure that she would hold up on her cross-examination. More importantly, to develop true conviction or not, that her story would be believed by strangers in the situation. Based on her testimony, Adams arguably did not behave in the days and hours after the alleged incident like someone who had been slapped and strangled. She had no obvious injuries in the immediate aftermath of the alleged incident. If she did, she failed to take even a photo or video of them with her phone. More importantly, her financial motivations were unclear. She claimed she had been underpaid during her time as Diggs' personal living chef. The evidence presented by the defense suggested otherwise. She also tried too hard to make it look like she wanted no compensation from Diggs for the alleged assault and strangulation. Her way of dealing with that wrinkle was periodically attributed the involvement of others on her behalf as a part of an effort to avoid compensation, even though she had no injury that prevented her from going about her normal activities such as working. These are all the things prosecution could have and should have realized without forcing Diggs to incur the expense, noise, and uncertainty of the trial undertaking. That effort should be a part of the obligation a prosecutor has to the people. A police report can be filed by anyone about anything. It's ultimately for law enforcement as controlled by the local prosecutors to exercise their very broad discretion as to who does and does not get criminally charged with prudence and justice. Diggs, based on evidence that came to light at trial, should never have been charged. He never should have been charged because the prosecution should never believe it was going to convince the jury that Diggs was guilty beyond reasonable doubt. So that's number 1. Number 2, the prosecution failed to properly prepare the alleged victim. Any witness who testifies at a trial has to fully understand how the process will unfold. The apparently had no clue. Rather, it would be far more exacting than showing up, giving her version of the key facts and leaving. She had not been prepared to address in a persuasive way the obvious weaknesses in her testimony. Why didn't she immediately pick up her phone and take pictures of any redness or swelling from allegedly being slapped and strangled? Why didn't she say something to the people she was with later that day or the next day? Why didn't she wait? Why did she wait to go? Why did she wait 2 weeks to go to police? Why was she working with others to seek money from Diggs? It was asked if she was surprised by the fact that she'll be questioned aggressively on those issues. At one point, the presiding judge had to tell her, without the jury present, how the question and answer process works, and to say that her entire testimony may be stricken if she continues not to answer questions and or to attempt to insert unrelated narratives into her answers. While it's possible the prosecutors did everything in their power to get Adams to understand what would happen if they believed she understood, her performance shows either they did not properly prepare her for the experience and or they grossly misjudged what happened when it was time to face cross-examination. So that's number two. Number three, prosecutor highlighted the alleged victim's poor performance in perhaps the most stunning moment of the trial. Prosecutor Drew Virtue began his closing argument by admitting Mila Adams did a poor job on the witness stand. Was Miss Adams perfect witness? No. She was argumentative, avoidant, difficult, but does that mean you should throw everything? Does that mean you should throw away everything she said? No, Virtue said. You don't have to like Miss Adams. You don't have to like the way she testified yesterday, but you do have to give her testimony the weight that it deserves. The weight it deserved was overrun by the things that made her an imperfect witness and by the things that made her and or her performance potentially unlikable by a jury. Maybe it was Virtue's way of making things right. Maybe he knew after watching the cross-examination of Mila Adams that Diggs should not be convicted. If that was the case, Virtue should have dismissed the charges before letting the jury deliberate. If Virtue was indeed trying to secure a conviction, it was an abysmal closing argument, the best, in fact, in the Commonwealth's favor. That Adams said she urinated while being strangled wasn't even mentioned during closing. This specific detail doesn't seem to be something a person making it all up would think to add to the story. An aggressive and passionate plea to the jury to focus on that one critical fact and to ignore the noise about unrelated issues could have made a difference. We will never know whether it would have, because Virtue made no effort to try to argue the case that way. Number four, the trial was boring. Not the trial was boring. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Most jurors had no prior exposure to the trial process. Their expectations are largely and not exclusively shaped by movies and TV shows they have seen. That places a burden on the lawyers in any case to try to meet those expectations, making the process interesting and ultimately entertaining. None of the four lawyers involved in Diggs' trial seem to appreciate that basic reality. Jurors need to have their attention grabbed by the performance of the lawyers. They need to have a reason to want to pay close attention to what happens next. The lawyer's job is carefully fashion every aspect of the trial, from jury selection to opening statements to witness questioning to closing arguments, with eye toward capturing and keeping the full constant attention of the jury and on establishing and maintaining their trust. The trial was frankly boring. While it's not supposed to be entertainment, the more it feels rather like entertainment, the more the jury will pay attention to what's happening and ultimately answer the plea of the lawyer was one to trust when the lawyer asked them to deliver ultimately answer the plea of the lawyer who has won their trust when the lawyer asks them to deliver the desired verdict. And number five, professional athletes need to be careful with who they surround themselves with. Lawyer Mitch Schuster, who represented Diggs, said a statement issued after the acquittal that professional athletes have a target on their back. The target comes from their money and fame, and they need to act accordingly. Players need to be very careful about the people they welcome into their circle. Adams served as Diggs' personal chef. She lived in his house. He surely wouldn't have done that if he knew she'd eventually file a police report against him, especially if, as his lawyers claim, her allegations were false. Adams described the environment in Diggs' house as a circus. She was a part of it, and she nearly brought down the big top when she became motivated for whatever reason to make a police report that resulted in a felony case to be pursued against him. Is it easy to ensure that various members of the inner circle can be trusted? No, that doesn't make it any less important. Just as the prosecution failed to properly vet Adams as a witness, Diggs failed to properly vet her as someone who could be trusted to work and to live in his home. That's the biggest takeaway for Diggs and any other professional athlete. Be careful about the people who are around you all the time. They're the ones who will be most likely to eventually say you did something that you did. They're the ones who will be the most likely to eventually say you did something you did. That's factual. That is very factual. Not everybody deserves to be in your life. My mama has always said people have to earn the right to hear your story, but I add to that people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Amen to that. And finally, y'all, this came out 15 minutes ago from heavy.com. So as we are live on tour breaking it down, here it is here. My God, here we go. Former New England, by the way, shout out to heavy.com for this here. Former New England Patriots wide receiver Stefon Diggs posted on Instagram Wednesday evening with a matter-of-fact caption. The receiver was released by the Patriots at the beginning of March, just days before NFL free agency began. The wide receiver was able to get off-field matters resolved. Diggs was found not guilty on May 5th in a criminal trial related to the alleged assault of his former personal chef. Now he will look to take the next step in his football career as he's coming off a productive season with the Patriots. Now he's working his way back onto the field. He made that clear in a social media post. So here is this here. Give it a moment, y'all. All right, so here we go. This is not opinion-based sports, so here are the numbers I played. 52% of the snaps have finished with 85 catches for 1,045 yards coming off an ACL. Where we're going. So here he is here.
What a play by Stefon Diggs! Looking deep. Held on to. Slide with me. Walk with him. Slide with me.
Oh my Lord. He's not playing either, so there he is there just showcasing the power that he's got as a player. Well, listen. I think he was just trying to say, y'all, listen, I am free, I am innocent, and I'm still available to work. Who wants to make money and who wants to give me money? That's basically what he's trying to say with this, right? So that's the locker room there. So there you guys go. I think you guys get the point there. Let's keep going here. Diggs made immediate impact for the Patriots. The veteran made an immediate impact upon signing with the Patriots in free agency. He signed with the team in March 2025 to a 3-year, $60 million deal. The playmaker came to the team expected to be their top wide receiver option, and he was. He held 85 receptions for 1,013 yards and 4 touchdowns. The playmaker recorded these numbers in impressive ways. His best output came in Week 5 against the Buffalo Bills. He returned home to his former team, and he shone brightly under the lights of Sunday Night Football. He caught 10 passes for 146 yards in the evening as the Patriots defeated the Bills by a 23-20 margin. The former Maryland star also provided contributions in the playoffs. He tallied 93 receiving yards across 3 games. This included the 37 yards in Super Bowl 59. One of his more notable contributions came with the Houston Texans. He caught 4 passes for 40 yards in that game. With that being said, he was able to catch a touchdown pass, one that cushioned the Patriots' lead. In addition to his team's success, he also set some personal milestones in the playoffs during the AFC Championship game against the Denver Broncos. He recorded his 8th career postseason reception. This puts him 11th on the all-time playoff list, rather. He was also able to record over 1,000 postseason yards, a significant achievement in his own right. Patriots vouching for Diggs' return. Now he has to figure out what his next stop will be. Patriots coach Mike Vrabel has indicated that he wants the receiver back on the roster. This could certainly be a viable option, especially if the Patriots do not land A.J. Brown. Whatever the case may be, there's no denying that Diggs may impact during his time with the Patriots. It will be interesting to see what his next step is and where he goes. He showed last season that he has plenty of football left in the tank, and he can still play at a high level. One has to think that Patriots reunion would not be out of the question, especially with the support of Marvel. Of course, all eyes are waiting to see what happens with Brown and the Patriots. Diggs may come back to New England, has been floated around by analysts this offseason. Maybe, just maybe, a reunion is in the cards. So there is that there, y'all. That's everything you need to know. Child, Stefon, just stay to yourself, brother. If you don't want to be married, just stay to yourself, brother. Don't be hurting people's hearts out here. Just Emilia, child, now you're known as, somebody said you're a BDLD, but listen, she ain't a bad looking woman, but just the way she moved was just, bruh, you're asking for $5.5 million when you were already getting paid, and y'all had FWB relationship while he was with Cardi B. Child, we're going to take a commercial break. And we'll be back right after this. We got a lot more tour. Like, I'm sure, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Rolling.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braylon got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits is the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor. Every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved is a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, what the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Well, hello. Welcome back in, everybody. Glad to have you here. The anthem never gets old for me. Yes, indeed. Y'all, it's just Wednesday. It's just been a 2-day trial. That is the shortest trial I believe I have heard about in recent memory. Like the day trial, it went on for some time. But this just 2 days. That is just crazy work. But like I said, y'all, at the beginning and end of the day, just treat people with respect. And if you don't want to be with somebody, just let them go. Don't string them along. Don't make any sudden movements that change your behavior. Then you got them questioning if they're doing something, wrong or not. Just be upfront and honest. It may hurt that person, but it's best to be real. Okay, we're all grown, some more than others, but life is too short to be this disrespectful. I mean, that was the thing that really got to me. But just, you said this on the stand that y'all had a FWB relationship. I mean, good damn. It was at the same time that, y'all, Cardi B was having Stefon's kid. That was the real crazy thing. I was just flabbergasted. I just like, good damn. Yeah, Cardi is done. There ain't no way that's over. That's over. I just don't think there's any way you can ever come back from that. I just really don't. There's no way in hell you can ever come back from that. I just, man. Like I said, celebrities are struggling to find love. We're struggling to find love. What is love anymore? Like, for real. I mean, just, damn. Lord. You try your very best to, be respectful as a man or be respectful as a woman. You're just like, as I look at these relationships, I'm sure men and women are probably thinking this, like, as I look at relationships out here, I'm good. You know what I mean? But you still try to hold out hope, because just because one person did something wrong doesn't mean that's everybody, right? You know what I mean? So just, man. Yeah, like I said, that relationship is over. My God. Man. I'm just chilling out with y'all at this point. Like, I ain't got not too much more to say. I mean, it is what it is. Just, I didn't expect that to come out. You know what I mean? I guess for some people, they might have predicted that before, but you don't know what you don't know until it's actually said. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just. I'm like, well, the trials are happening this summer. Good damn. Because summertime for me is already going to be booked and busy, because we got Hard Hustle Houston coming back on May 30th at 9/8 Central before they move to their regular time slot at 8/7 Central on June 20th. So we shall see. Just if it's not one thing, it's another, man. I swear to God. Just be careful, y'all, next time who you surround yourself with, because child, okay? You just never know. You just never know who could be your downfall. You know what I mean? Just good damn. I still can't believe that though. Like, oh wait a minute. Hang on a second. So not only did Stefon Diggs sleep with her, okay, he was sleeping at another female employee at the same time. Okay, y'all, I just found this. Listen. Here we go. Cannot make this up.
Dig had a ongoing sexual relationship with Lindsey Bolin, and this person, she didn't like me. That fact that I was in the
Lindsey
house.
Bolin.
So you mentioned Lindsey Bolin. Who's that person?
Lindsey Bolin, it works for Mr. Diggs.
And how? Like, what did she do?
I can't quite answer that. I just know he provides housing, pays her
she's
rent.
someone
I
who
don't know.
works for
Yeah, she works for him.
And so, did you and Lindsay get into any sort of argument, you mean, or?
We didn't get in. We got in an argument after Mr. Diggs confronted me. She sent me a message first, per his instruction. Mr. Diggs had a ongoing sexual relationship with Lindsey Bolin, and this person, she didn't like me. That fact that I was in the house.
So you mentioned Lindsay Bolin. Who's that person?
Lindsey Bolin, it works for Mr. Diggs.
And how? What did she do?
I can't quite answer that. I just know he provides housing, pays her rent.
She's someone
I
who
don't know.
works for him.
Yeah, she works for him.
And so, did you and Lindsay get into any sort of argument, you mean, or?
We didn't get in. We got in an argument after Mr. Diggs confronted me. She sent me a message first, per his instruction. Mr. Diggs had a ongoing sexual relationship with Lindsey Bolin, and this person, she didn't like me. That fact that I was in the house.
So you mentioned Lindsay Bolin. Who's that person?
Lindsey Bolin, it works for Mr. Diggs.
And how? Like, what did she do?
I can't quite answer that. I just know he provides housing, pays her
she's
rent.
someone who
I don't
works
know.
for him.
Yeah, she works for him.
And so, did you and Lindsay get into any sort of argument, you mean, or?
We didn't get in. We got in an argument after Mr. Diggs confronted me. She sent me a message first, per his instruction. Mr.
Child. Diggs be digging. You know what? I'm done with the internet. I'm done with the internet. I am done with the internet. I cannot. Now I'm trying to find who this Lindsey Bolin is, because I mean, what? Give me a moment, y'all. Let me see if I can find who Lindsey Bolin is. Because now I'm like, okay, who is she and what does she look like? I like, just this don't make no sense, dog. is this? Let me see. Let me see if this person shows us who Lindsey Bolin is, because I can't do it. Anyway, I can't find Lindsey Bolin, but I'm sure her picture will be coming out in the days to come, because you just can't make an accusation like that and nobody's, picture doesn't come out. So anyway, let's get to the Daily Motivator, y'all, and then head on out of here. This was something. Here we go, y'all. Oh God. Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. Okay, then, Marilyn Monroe. Say that 2 more times for me here. Sometimes, hang on, let's see here. Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. Let me make sure I'm back with y'all here. This chat. You can't make this up. Oh, there we go. Okay, hang on. There we go. Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. So y'all saw the clip, right? Let me show y'all one more time here just in case you missed it. Here we go.
Dig had a ongoing sexual relationship with Lindsey Bolin, and this person, she didn't like me, that fact that I was in the house.
So you mentioned Lindsey Bolin. Who's that person?
Lindsey Bolin, it works for Mr. Diggs.
And how?
I'll let it play 2 more times, y'all.
What does she do?
I can't quite answer it. I just know he provides housing.
She's someone
I don't know. Yeah, she works for him.
And so,
My God.
did you and Lindsey get into any sort of argument, or you mean, or?
We got in an argument after Mr. Diggs confronted me. She sent me a message first, per his instruction. Mr. Diggs had a ongoing sexual relationship with Lindsey Bolin, and this person, she didn't like me, that fact that I was in the house.
So you mentioned Lindsey Bolin. Who's that person?
Lindsey Bolin, it works for Mr. Diggs.
And how? What does she do?
I can't quite answer it. I just know he provides housing.
She's someone
I don't know. Yeah, she works for him.
And so, did you and Lindsey get into any sort of argument, or you mean, or?
We got in an argument after Mr. Diggs confronted me. She sent me a message first, per his instruction. Mr. Diggs had a ongoing sexual relationship with Lindsey Bolin, and this person, she didn't like me, that fact that I was in the house.
So you mentioned Lindsey Bolin. Who's that person?
Lindsey Bolin, it works for Mr. Diggs.
And how? What does she do?
I can't quite answer it. I just know he provides housing.
She's someone
I don't know. Yeah, she works for him.
And so, did you and Lindsey get into any sort of argument, or you mean, or?
We got in an argument after Mr. Diggs confronted me. She sent me a message first, per his instruction.
Now, I don't know who this person is here now. Is this Lindsey Bolin? Now I'm like, really, y'all?
Do you know if Miss Adams cooked dinner that night?
It was like a hot dog. It was like and there was like mustard on it, but it was like left on the counter and it was like dried up. And then in the room, it was like dried up. So there was like 2 that were made.
Let me back you up on that. Do you know if she did cook dinner that night?
She did.
Where did she do that?
In the kitchen.
And what time did you see that?
I just remember the food being like prepared.
Okay.
Already.
And you mentioned it was a hot dog or something like that?
Yeah, it was like a hot dog, or like, like Auntie Anne's when they have like the pretzel dogs. It kind of looked like that, but it just looked dried up.
Okay. Do you know if...
Yo, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's get out. I cannot do this shit. Sometimes good things fall apart so bad things can fall together. Sometimes good things fall apart so bad things can fall together. Sometimes good things fall apart so bad things can fall together. Marilyn Monroe. I love that quote. Clock that T, clock that T, clock that T. This needs to fall apart, okay? So here we go, y'all. It's time for the day. It's time for the day motivator. Time for the daily motivator, rather, for Wednesday, May 6, 2026. The good times. The good times are created by the way you live them. With every experience comes opportunity for doing so. The actual circumstances are secondary. What matters most is what you do with them, guided by the attitude you bring. If you assume the day will be miserable, you'll surely find a way to make it so. Assume something much better, and you're likely to get much better results. You can't control the nature of other people, places, events, or things. What you can do is connect with them and work with them to bring about valuable, positive experiences. Many desirable things are accessible, and yet a good life is always within reach. Every good time you've ever known arose out of whatever was available in the moment. No matter where you are or what you're doing, who you're with, give the best of yourself, and that's where the good time, and that's what makes the good times happen. Ralph Morrison. So y'all, listen, the first thing I want to tell y'all, the good times are created by the way you live them. Child, if you are living incorrectly, things will be happening to you incorrectly. Hey, Street Master, welcome in. We just got done talking about Stefon Diggs, child. Like I said, how you live determines what happens to you, right? So that's the first thing I want to say, y'all. The second thing I want to say, y'all, is this. You can't control the nature of other people, places, events, or things. Excuse me. When you recognize those things are out of your control, you can relax. Some of y'all are so much about control that you will go. Some of you are so much about control that you don't have the faculties to be able to deal with other things that you do have control of. Some of y'all are so much about control that you forget that you have other things that you can be in control of. Some of you are so much about control that you forget that you have other things you can be in control of. And finally, no matter where you are, what you're doing, or who you with, give the best of yourself. Cardi B can say that. Stefon Diggs, Mila Adams, I don't know if y'all can say that. Child, that's all I got for y'all. With that being said, it's time for this outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want one special, because you are always one of us, and trust you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you're chosen to do. I just want to call yourself. It's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You spend time with me. Hopefully, I spend time together. We're great together. And I always remember we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you just recognize and listen. If you got money, just go to the Buddy Ranch. Call somebody. Don't break nobody's heart out here. Okay? Be responsible. Damn. What happened to just going to work and coming home? What happened to that? Right. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready for you to listen to it if you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I appreciate you. I always remember, see love, you gotta give it. 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 Whatever obstacles you've overcome, whatever successes you have achieved on this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one's proud of you, proud of you, damn. So finally, y'all listen. It should not have to take other people going through things for us to realize something. But if it does, pay attention to what's happening. Okay? Commercial break and fireworks is coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as people, as culture. I feel the love. It's right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love y'all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you. and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours. Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.
Hey, Janetta boy, good to see you. I hope all is well. Much love to you. Thank you for stopping by. Just got done talking about Stefon Diggs and the trial. One love, much love, all love to you. I hope all is well. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy the replay. We'll talk soon, my friend. Love you. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.